Hello everyone, this is a live update and this video is not going to be edited at all. This is the beginning of a journey. So first, why am I not editing this video? I am not doing so because I realized that whenever I start a video project, the thing that gets me to stop doing it or take a break or pause or wait a little is the editing part. Not because I don't like it. I mean, I do like editing. I don't think it's that bad, but at the same time, it takes too much time, so it ends up being something that I just don't want to do. And I think if I can do this first without editing, then I'll get to a point where maybe I can edit some stuff out and it's not too much, and I'll this is like a test. This is a start, and I'm gonna be building this up from here. The style, my style, maybe some editing, maybe more, maybe less. It'll be evolving, but this is going to be how the first video goes. So what is this journey about? This is about changing my life and finding meaning, finding purpose, and getting to my goal, which there's a few steps to get there. So my goal, well, I've got a few goals, but first is to document everything that I do from now on to get to that goal. And I feel like if I just record and upload, it's going to keep me responsible for my actions and for doing better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording pretty much every important update. I'll try to do daily uploads. So if it's this format, it shouldn't be too bad for an upload a day. So let's talk about where I am, what I want to do. So I'm at a point where I'm not doing exercise. I've been saying that I do, and I maybe do a little bit here, a little bit there, but I'm not that consistent and I'm tired of it. I want to get back to doing exercise, and I need to let go of my fear of injuring myself more. For those of you who don't know, I've got a back injury. But I know that I can do more than I am. I am limiting myself more than I should. So that's the first thing, exercise. So okay, let's go back a little bit. I think for the goal for this journey, for what I want to do, I think we're going to categorize different stuff. So say to get to where I want to be in life, I need to first organize myself. So that there is the exercise. So my personal physical health, my mental health, and focusing on doing the things that are going to benefit me and stop doing things that hurt me, like too much social media, wasting my time, and doing some other stuff that just doesn't really help me. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna have a social life, but maybe it's gonna be a small one, or every once in a while. But for the most part, I think my time will be spent doing stuff that's gonna get me to where I want to be in life. That also includes reading and other good habits, like maybe cold shower, as best as a diet as I can. I don't think I'm gonna stick to a pretty strict diet, but at least I'm going to try to avoid the worst foods, right? So maybe chicken and rice, and I'll eat some pasta and stuff like that, but not. I'll try to avoid maybe a pizza or a burger, but every once in a while maybe I'll do it. So that's on me, on the habits, on my health, right? Then there's also about my brain, so the spirituality, my mental health. Also on the other side of the mind is also my career. Do what I can to make the most out of what's left of my degree, of my bachelor's. Do other stuff that does interest me, that will help me move forward. So maybe online courses or stuff like that. And then I'm going to be recording stuff that's I start to investigate. So my long-term goal, and this is something that I've thought about, is to work in the motorsport industry. I don't know if that's the right term, but I mean motorsport, Formula One, NASCAR, uh, the World Endurance Championship. There's the World Rally Championship, the MotoGP. Even though I'm not too much into bikes, but I know about MotoGP. Uh, but I'm more into cars a little bit. But the thing I've realized is like I've never been one of those who's super obsessed with cars, like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis. Like I know they exist, but they're not that appealing to me. They're pretty, they're good, and if I could, I maybe would have one, but they're not the most appealing thing to me. But what I do like is racing, so I do enjoy these cars, but in a racing setting, in the tracks, big tracks around the world. That's what I enjoy. So even though my actual degree, which is computer engineering, isn't necessarily what you would think someone studies that works in that industry, doesn't mean it's not possible. So my second part of all of this journey is to start first pondering what's my best course of action. Do I finish the degree and start looking for a job? Do I study something else before? What kind of jobs are there? What can I do? What can I learn that maybe, what can I improve from my degree that maybe could help me land a job there? I need to investigate all these alternatives, all this stuff, what's best, what's maybe wouldn't work. Basically, I need to investigate my best course of action, and I want to document that, saying, okay, well, now I learned this, or I learned that if I study this, I maybe have a better chance, or stuff like that. My dream, my big dream would be maybe to get into Formula One, right? Uh, I don't know right now what position, but somewhere in the engineering department. Obviously, I would love to be one of the mechanics or the engineers that goes to every race. But even, if I end up landing a factory job, for example, I wouldn't mind that, obviously. I mean, I think that would still be pretty cool. So yeah, and even if it's not Formula One, I also enjoy Formula Two. I haven't gotten into Formula Three, but there's those formulas and their own racing teams. There's also the World Endurance Championship, which I'm recently getting into. And I know there's more categories that I haven't really discovered. I know of IndyCar. I didn't mention IndyCar, but I don't know too much about it. I tried to understand NASCAR. I still don't, but maybe I'll get there someday. And yeah, so my big goal would be working in the motorsport industry, racing cars, helping a team develop a car to win. That would be that would be my dream. No, that would be the main goal. Obviously, if I could take that further, it would be getting into Formula One. But again, like I said, this is a journey that will be taken step by step. So we'll start, I'll start by improving myself in every way I can. So the physical, the mental, the knowledge, reading, learning, and getting into the best habits possible. Then I'll start. I'll start with what's my best path, what are my alternatives, what can I do. Then I'll start searching for internships, maybe actual positions, all the categories where what I like, what I could do, and yeah, step by step, I'll get there. So what I'll be recording on a daily basis, I think it may start getting edited. So maybe I'll do like, oh, I'm doing my homework, or this is my workout for the day, or maybe just a list of things that I gotta do, like, hey, tomorrow I need to do this list of things, so I'm gonna do them, and record that, and cut. I'll try to do the minimal cuts, because like I said, editing is what's keeping me from making more content. So I'll try to do it as minimal as possible so I can keep the daily uploads. And maybe, I'll research something like, okay, there are these positions available, and then I'll do a video saying, hey, so I just investigated this, so I think, my way of thinking now has shifted, or maybe I want to do this or try another thing. And I don't know, like I said, this format will change, and this isn't organized, this isn't scripted. And one last thing, I didn't mention, I'm doing an exchange semester abroad. I'm going to Sweden. I'm also going to document that because I want to use that time, which should be like a lighter period of school. In terms of academics, it should be lighter, even though I do think the classes that I will take will give me valuable tools for whatever I want to do. And I want to use also that time to better myself, so the journey that I start now, I want to multiply it there, so do even more than I am doing here if I can, or maybe do new things that I discovered there that I don't have available here. So that's the plan. Use my studies to the maximum, and then try to get to the motorsport industry. Also, another thing that I've thought of, but I need to make it out to solidify in an actual plan. This is just an idea for now, but it's also to have my own business. Like I've said for a while, I think I want to have my own business, right? And I know a thing or two about finances and businesses, but I'm not an expert by any means. But what also could be, and like I said, I'll be exploring these routes, is having my own business, but relating to motorsport in a way. So maybe, I don't know, maybe some software stuff, which is what I'm studying, or something along the lines of something digital, right? Maybe it doesn't have to be software, but about digitalizing other stuff, or maybe it doesn't have to be about my own bachelor. It could be like auto parts. It could be, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But my goal is to make this like a YouTube series, so it's going to be daily upload of, at the very least, I'm going to be uploading my habits. So, I'll be showing you, hey, I took a cold shower, and then I ate this breakfast, or maybe the breakfast not, but like I did this workout, and I took this time of my day to do my homework and university stuff, and and maybe some social life, but probably not. Or also, maybe I'll record myself while I'm reading, so I can also regain that habit, because I recently lost that habit. So yeah. Also, like I said, this isn't organized, and I hope it's going to be better in the future. But one last thing, one of the habits that I want to keep in there is learning Swedish, because another thing that I do want to do in my life, but I think it's not gonna go anywhere else but a hobby, is learn languages. So right now I'm learning Swedish. I've been learning Swedish for a while. I think I'm getting a better hang of it. I'm doing better with my Swedish. I'm understanding more. I can watch a TV show without subtitles. I don't follow it all, but I do follow some parts, which, it's better. And after I go to Sweden, my hope is that with my discipline, after I leave Sweden, I can confidently say that I am fluent in it. Now, what do I call fluency? Just, being able to have a conversation about pretty much any topic. It doesn't have to be perfect. The grammar doesn't have to be perfect. The pronunciation doesn't have to be perfect. But as long as a Swede understands me and I can understand him, and we can talk and laugh and, about anything, that's the goal. And after that, I do hope to continue learning maybe other languages that could be useful, or maybe that I just enjoy. But that will be a hobby. So for now, I will be recording also what I do to study Swedish. So I'll keep a chunk of my time of the day for Swedish, and I'll record that. And yeah, and afterwards maybe I'll pick up some other languages that I'm interested in. So I think that's about it. Let's see where this journey takes us, but I am more than ready to change my life. I think I need to start living in more discomfort and need to find exactly where I'm heading to. I'm sorry for the shaky cam. But yes, so let's start this journey. Let's change our lives.